Alright, hey guys, it's Cardo. I'm going to be showing you guys how to remove water spots and other contaminants on your glass. This will be a simple 4-step procedure such as glass cleaning, chemical removal, physical removal, and then we're going to protect it. Satisfying visuals paired with some narrative commentary, so let's get started. Water spots and other contaminants on glass ruin the overall look of a vehicle. Not just visuals, but trying to clean the glass, you end up with a speckled mess along with the contaminants pulling the fibers on your towel, leaving a lot of lint behind that gets more frustrating to remove. In this tutorial, I will show you guys my 4-step procedure on how to remove water spots and other contaminants from the glass. So take some notes and enjoy the video. Alrighty, so we have this 2018 Cadillac Escalade, and unfortunately it's in for the water spot removal service. It does have a lot of water spot etchings, tree sap, little dimples throughout the finish, and we got some streaking from potential panel gaps where I guess when they take it for a car wash, all that residue, the chemical that's still lingering within just drips down. It just doesn't look great on the finish. And of course, if you leave it to dry, it is going to stain and potentially damage the finish. But luckily, I'm going to be showing you guys 4 simple steps on how to properly take care of any glass. So yeah, guys, let's get started. Alright, so in order to do a proper job, we will need the correct chemicals and tools to remove all the contaminants that are on the glass. So luckily, I do have a cart fully prepped to do the job properly. Now, I will go from least aggressive and work my way up so that way we can see how to properly remove all of the contaminants on the glass. And of course, all of these products right here are listed in the description down below in case you guys are interested in checking them out. So let's start with step 1. Step 1 is to clean the glass. We need a glass cleaner to, well, clean the glass. This is an alcohol-based glass cleaner from AM Details, and this will help remove a majority of the junk so we can get a much more perfect view of what is on the surface. But if it removes it in one go, then I guess I'll just call it a day and scrap the video. But this will mostly help us get a better view of what is on the surface. We will then move to step 2, which is chemical removal. And right here, I do have a dedicated water spot removal from Geon. This will help remove all of the potential contaminants via chemical removal. So we will not use any abrasive methods. We will just agitate it in and see if it works. If it does not remove any of the contaminants with chemical removal, unfortunately, we will have to use step 3, which is physical removal. So for that first part, we are going to use a clay to physically remove and clay all the surface to get rid of all the surface contaminants that are etched on top. Now, if that still doesn't work, we will then have to bump it up even more from a clay and use polish. I do have 3 different polishes right here. We have a light, medium, and then a heavy duty polish right here. We will use this so that way we can remove all of the contaminants that are embedded on the surface and to give it a nice finish. So yeah, after we've done all 3 steps or go up the ladder, we will then go on to protecting the vehicle. I do have Geon Cure and Geon Ceramic Detail. These 2 in conjunction will make the surface incredibly slick, high gloss, and protect it for the weeks to come. And of course, you can substitute any of these brands right here with your preferred brand or chemical, whatever you guys want. So yeah, we are going to do a simple 4-step procedure to clean this glass and get it in mint condition. So let's get started. Step 1, clean the glass. In order to see what we are dealing with, we would first need to clean the glass of any surface impurities to get an idea on how to approach the detail. You can either do a full wash, waterless, rinseless wash, detail spray, or in my case, just go straight to glass cleaning because it was raining in my area very recently at the time of recording, and the car isn't that dirty. You can use whichever method you find suitable and proceed from there. I spray liberal amounts of glass cleaner from AM Details and wipe away with a general purpose towel. Using a lot of solution helps lubricate the surface to get majority of the junk off, so don't feel hesitant here and spray plenty. Then spray a light amount again and flip to another side of the towel to buff for a streak-free finish. Bringing the camera in closer, as expected, the glass cleaner alone did remove some grit, but failed to remove the water spots and other embedded contaminants. These impurities were left for quite some time and weren't able to be removed with a simple wash, let alone a glass cleaning procedure. So if you have a car with similar results, you would need to go on to the next step. Step 2, chemical removal. As the name implies, we will use a chemical that can try to remove the water spots and, hopefully, other contaminants on the glass. Here I use Geon's dedicated water spot removal with a microfiber applicator pad to work in the solution. I know this product was designed for fresh water spots, but this is what I had in my garage, so substitute whichever brand or chemical that fits your needs. When applying a chemical remover, make sure to do this in the shade to allow the product to function properly. After spraying some solution, work the product in for about a minute to 2 minutes to allow the solution to do its thing. You will need a bit of elbow grease for any chemical removers, so take your time massaging the product in for the best results. After enough agitation, wipe away the spent product. Using the same glass cleaning procedure can help for a better wipe off if the surface feels a bit grippy or sticky, depending on what chemical or brand you are using. When using a chemical-based remover, always inspect your work carefully and use an inspection light to aid you in this procedure. Unfortunately, step 2 wasn't enough to remove the contaminants. They were just too embedded, and I don't think doing step 2 again would make a noticeable impact at the rate that it was going. So from here, we would just have to use more abrasive tactics. Alrighty, so unfortunately, the glass cannot be treated with just chemicals alone. We did step 1, which is just to clean the glass. That didn't work. We did step 2 to use a dedicated water spot removal. That didn't work. So unfortunately, we will have to use step 3, physical removal. We are going to start off with a clay towel and an IPA clay lube, so that way we can decontaminate the surface from all the particles, etchings, and see where that will go. And if that still doesn't work, we will have to step it up to a polish. You see all those little white dots? I can actually feel each one of those dots. We've already cleaned the glass so much. This feels a lot cleaner, but I can feel a lot of grit still stuck on. So we will need to physically remove all of those particles. And don't worry guys, I am going to show you guys how to do it. So let's get started. Step 3, physical removal. As the name implies, we will use physical abrasion to deep clean the surface from the stubbornly stuck on contaminants. If a car you are working on made it to step 3, I would advise using a medium duty clay because glass is a lot harder than paint and much more forgiving because of the difference in hardness. Here I used a medium level clay towel and an IPA as my clay lube. From here you will just lubricate and clay the surface like you would on paint until it becomes buttery smooth with almost no resistance or grippiness on the glass. The type of clay doesn't matter. Bar, mitt, towel, pad, they will all do the same thing. As for my clay lube, I'm not a fan of lubricants that only have one purpose like dedicated clay lube, or ones with polymers or shine additives like detail sprays or rinseless solutions. So to avoid the headache of overthinking things, I used an IPA to lubricate the surface, and because IPAs are alcohol based, it preps the surface while claying it, so I'm checking off 2 steps in one effortlessly for a more efficient procedure. Not everyone will agree with the brands or methods, so substitute your preferences where you see fit. After claying the glass, you can immediately tell that the surface was looking so much better compared to the untreated side. It is a night and day difference what a simple procedure can do with a bit of time and elbow grease. Alrighty, so after doing step 3, which is a physical decontamination with a clay, my goodness, do the results speak for themselves. Look how much darker this is. And then if I jump over here to the right side, look at all of that. Contamination, water spots, you could see it from the reflection of the light. That's disgusting. And then if I jump back over here, that looks a whole lot better. However, I do see a lot of dimples throughout the finish. I do think this can be fixed with a polish. Now, to a lot of people, they will call it a day right here, and that's perfectly fine. This is more than enough for a lot of people, but for me, who wants perfection, this is not enough. I will probably need to address this with a polish, which is what I'm going to do. I will start off with, I'm not going to start with light, considering that clay wasn't enough to get the fine dimples out. I will start out with medium cut. So I am going to be using Koshkemi's F601 fine cut to see how it works on the surface. If I have to go a little bit deeper, I will have to use a cutting compound to address the glass. So let's get started. We are technically still on step 3, but this time we will be using a polish to lightly abrade the surface for a smooth and high gloss finish. I wanted to show a 50-50 of the before and after, so I masked my work area in tape so you guys can see the difference. If you plan on polishing your glass, make sure you are in the shade or working at an early AM or late PM to avoid the sunlight from messing up your work. I did test spots of clay at the beginning of step 3, so I applied the same procedure to the rest of the glass to begin polishing. As for tools, I used my trusty Flex PXE80 3-inch cordless polisher and a white finishing pad. You can do this by hand as well, and while it will take a lot longer and more elbow grease, it is still possible if you don't have a polisher. If you do have a machine, prime your pad first with some polish and add a couple more dots for even coverage and consistent cut. While blotting the polish on the surface, use machine speed level 1 to spread the polish evenly throughout the glass. After evenly covering the surface, bump the machine speed to maximum level and work in the solution. I will play my procedure in real time, so I am not fast forwarding the video. If you're polishing the glass, just take your time with it. You will feel the surface getting smoother with each pass. Just make sure to keep the pad flat on the surface and keep it moving when the machine is on. In this detail, I stopped at 2 sets of up, down, left, right passes because the polish was becoming more translucent, which is an indicator that it is ready to wipe off. A trick to remove spent polish with ease is to spray some IPA to dilute the spent polish for an easy mop-up, then following up with a glass cleaner for a streak-free result. This can help minimize the frustration of certain polishes that have a grippy feel after buffing, so hopefully this method can assist you on your next polishing session. Holy hell, you guys cannot believe the results on how this looks. Like, oh my god, like you can even see it from a distance. You can see it. Look. See how glossy? Like, you can see my reflection now. Hey, you can see my reflection now. Look how crystal clear I look. That is crazy. Oh my god, like look. Look how it's glossy. And then if I jump over on this side, look at all of those contaminants from the light. That's disgusting. All the tree sap, water spots, etchings. That is buttery smooth. That's dripping wet right there. My goodness, this is such a night and day difference. Before, yeah, and after. This is a much better result, and we just had to do a couple of different steps. Sorry for the full mess right here, but we just did a simple glass clean, and of course that didn't do enough. So then we stepped it up to a chemical remover, and of course that didn't work. So then we started claying the surface, which clay, by the way, clay did do some work. It removed about, I would say, like about 40 to 50% of the contaminants that were on the surface. But of course, me as a detailer, that wasn't enough to get it in buttery smooth condition like this. So then we stepped it up to the next level, which is a fine polish. Now I was going to use a ultra fine polish, but I don't think that was going to do it justice. So a fine cut definitely did do the hit right there to remove all of the contaminants. There are some fine scratches here and there, and I think that would require a wet sanding procedure, but I'm not here to show you guys a wet sanding procedure. That's a completely different video. But just to show you how much of a difference you can get with just polishing your glass. Man, that looks so much better. God. That looks so much better. I'm sorry, I'm just nerding out how clean this looks now. So yeah, we are now going to move on to step 4, which is protecting the glass. We are going to use a sealant to make it buttery smooth, glossy, and to protect it for the weeks to come. So let me just show you guys. Step 4, protection. Without a doubt, there's an endless catalog of paint or glass protection that you can add, from a wax to a sealant or a dedicated coating. Use whichever brand you vibe with the most because the procedure is going to be the same. Here I will use a sealant that has insane levels of gloss, beading, and self-cleaning capabilities. My protection of choice is Geon's Cure spray sealant. That is also the same sealant on my personal vehicle, so call me biased if you want. As a topper, and to address any potential high spots or smears, I will use a quick detailer also from Geon called Ceramic Detailer. And again, make sure you are working in the shade in a cool area to ensure the protection adheres to the surface properly. If you are using a sprayable wax or sealant, use ultra plush towels to spread the product evenly and to have an easy wipe off experience. Before applying the protection, make sure to prime your towel with a gentle mist or 2 of solution so you don't wipe with a dry towel or inconsistent amounts of protection being distributed. When applying a sealant on glass, make sure to thoroughly cover the surface in different directions so it is evenly spread out with up, down, left, right passes. After the spent solution was evenly worked in, buff off the product also in different directions to avoid potential high spots. If you see a streak or high spot you may have missed, you can use a quick detailer to address the issue. Just make sure to buff accordingly for a streak-free result. After a couple of wipes and inspecting the glass, congratulations, you cleaned and protected the glass and it is ready to go. Hopefully you guys found this video helpful. I know this is a short tutorial compared to my other videos, but worry not, I am working on other content to push out in a timely manner. If you have any questions or feedback on how you would remove water spots and other contaminants off the glass, make sure to let me know in the chat box below this video. Alrighty guys, that's going to be it for this video, and my goodness, do the results speak for themselves. I'm going to use my trusty flashlight right here so you guys can see. Alright. Oh, look at that. Look how clean and glossy that looks. My goodness. And if I jump over here, oh my god, that looks absolutely filthy and disgusting. This is not a way for your car to be treated. Man, look at all those water spots and speckles and contaminants. Oh, that's a whole lot cleaner. And that's going to be a wrap for this video. Hopefully you guys learned something new on how to do this 4-step process on how to decontaminate the glass from water spots and other contaminants so it looks dripping wet like this and not this mess right here. So hopefully you guys learned something new. Of course, all of the brands that I have right here, all of the tools and chemicals I use will be in the description down below in case you guys are interested in picking any of this up. And make sure to let me drop down any questions or concerns you guys have about this. How do you guys clean your glass? Do you have a different procedure? Want to share something new so others can learn? Make sure to drop it down in the comment section below. Alrighty, and that's going to be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe down below for more future content like this down the road, and make sure to hit that bell icon so that way you are notified with every video that I upload. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. Have a good time.